Hi, welcome to another Training Tip Tuesday with Jess Van Koningsveld. Today we're going to talk about how to greet a cat. So we'll kind of get into ways to help a cat feel safe when you greet them and the best way to introduce yourself to a cat. My name is Jess Van Koningsveld. I'm the cat behavior specialist at the Humane Society of Huron Valley, and I introduce myself to a lot of cats on a daily basis. So hopefully we can give you some good tips on how best to do that. So honestly, greeting a cat that you don't know well looks just like it does when you're meeting a dog you don't know well. How your body language, what your body language is doing looks very similar. The only thing that is slightly different is how you're actually going to physically introduce yourself to the cat. But you want to be really aware of your body language when introducing yourself to a cat you don't know. So we're going to start with making sure that your body language is non-threatening. Make yourself small, kneel down, turn your body away from the cat, and that will help them feel safer than kind of the overhead frontal approach that a lot of us tend to do with cats, where we just kind of face them right on and just reach in and start petting them without really introducing ourselves. Offering kind of a smaller body language and in a really non-threatening way does help them feel much safer than just kind of jumping in and petting them. So we don't want to make and hold eye contact. Most animals feel uncomfortable with that, so we want to avoid doing that with our cats. Speak in nice calming tones and assess their body language. Respond to what they're telling you with their body language. If they're avoidant with you and move away, then that's not the right time to really kind of pursue introducing yourself. That would be a good time to talk to the cat and offer them treats, some sort of really nicely highly valued food motivator to kind of increase their interest in interacting with you. If the cat approaches very quickly and their tail's twitching, and their pupils are constricted or very much dilated, that's a cat we want to give a little space to as well. You might want to introduce toys to that cat before you reach in and start petting that cat. But reading their body language as you approach them and move into their space is incredibly important. So we like to offer just one little finger, often just your index finger instead of your whole hand, because that's less threatening. Cats introduce themselves to new cats with a nose touch. So we can kind of reproduce this by offering one finger, even kind of over offering an open hand, because that one finger being offered feels more natural to the cat you're introducing yourself to. So just one little finger, allow them to smell that finger, and they're going to tell you from there how they feel about you moving in to touch them. So what are some questions we can ask after we've introduced ourselves with our nice non-threatening body language and offering just that little finger to see if they feel interested? Is that cat approaching you? Does he seem to be moving into your space with a loose body? Perhaps you and the cat are on the floor and the cat's rubbing on you, rubbing on your legs or rubbing on your back or your arms. Does the cat seem scared? Maybe his body is tense. He's unsure of you approaching. What is that body language telling us? Because that will tell us how to proceed from there. So, let them approach and rub on your arms or legs or stay where you are if they seem scared, talking to them instead of continuing to approach. So, let's let them kind of set the pace of how we're interacting with them. If you have introduced yourself appropriately and the cat really seems to want attention, that's a cat that we definitely will go ahead and pet. Sticking around the face and the cheek area, avoiding those full body pets that can really overstimulate a cat, but definitely offer that cat some pets because that's a cat that's confident and feeling comfortable with you in their space. But if the cat is avoidant of you and moves away in any way, we definitely want to just kind of stay where we are. And offer that cat a really nice food motivator of some kind, talk to them, but we're not going to try and touch that cat. So if the cat moves in to meet you, wait for them to tell you what they want. How do they like attention? If they do rub on your arms and legs, we're going to avoid petting them too much, like we already mentioned. We're going to stick to the cheeks and the chin. Again, we've kind of already talked about that. We want to avoid full body pets or reaching in to pet them directly on the head because the cat might not be ready for that. So what we want to do is really kind of paying attention to how we're handling. We want to limit handling, and we want to see how they want to interact with us before we kind of offer attention in a way that we want. Is a good way to avoid bites. When we respond to what the cat is asking for every time we interact with them, it's a really good way to avoid getting bitten. Finally, kind of as we've already talked about, if the cat doesn't move into your space or moves away entirely, don't pursue the cat. You can definitely spend time with them offering them treats, but if they choose to move away, we're going to allow them the space that they're looking for. So this will build confidence with them that you're safe, someone that they can trust, someone who's not going to push them to interact in a way that they don't feel comfortable with. And they can build confidence from there because you haven't pushed them to interact, and you've offered them great treats. So they gain confidence with you because you didn't ask them to do anything they weren't comfortable with, and you rewarded them for doing the thing that did make them feel comfortable. So we can help them build confidence with us in that way. So thank you so much for joining me for this Training Tip Tuesday on introducing ourselves to cats. And hopefully this was a little bit helpful for you, and we will see you again for the next one.